Today's day 7 of me learning how to make animated movies, but particularly on day 7, it's a Sunday. And so Sundays are my prep day. The goal of my prep day, to just get into it, I want to do something in each category of what I'm working on that is gonna create a domino effect in my creative process. So if I do this one thing, it's going to impact the next thing and the next thing and make it easier and easier for me to become an awesome storyteller guy that goes like that and says, yay. Okay? So that's the big hope, right? Is if I do some cool stuff to get better at all these things, then I will not only do it, but I'll get better and better at doing it. So that's what my prep days are all about. So let me walk you through what I prepped so that I can make this easier. For art, I recently was working a lot on getting better at eyes, using mask ideas, and this is really sketchy and horrible, but essentially using this kind of superhero mask thing to block in the eyes, right? And I've generally been noticing this rhythm of like a triangle shape in the eyes and the nose, and so I found a couple of videos on that, and I am gonna watch those and get better at them so that I can, use their superpowers. And that's just me using the basic idea without really learning it. It's just like I know it's a thing, and I feel like I'm learning the patterns too. So I already lined up the videos. I'm just gonna watch them and then keep working at it. And so that's what I'm gonna go on for art. For writing, I'm using this book called The Coffee Break Screenwriter, and for that, I am just doing the exercises. And instead of like most of the times I read like a helpy book in the past, and I'll read those books, but then I won't actually do the things that the book says. I'm just like, oh, I kind of learned the concepts, and then I shut the book, and then there's, all that knowledge in there, and it's sad it doesn't get used. And so instead, this time around, I'm going to be doing the Coffee Break Screenwriter book, and I'm actually doing all the exercises. And so, but I'm using them for my story, which if this is your first time with me, then the story is a Kung Fu revenge fantasy story. And the dude loses his wife and unborn child and his right hand in this crazy raid of his village. And then he trades, he goes to a demon in order to get the power to revenge those people. And but in doing so, some bad stuff happens and whatnot. Anyways, cool Asian fantasy world inspired story with martial arts and whatnot. So that's super fun. And so I'll be doing that. And the thing I did to prep today specifically was I wrote out all the exercises that I plan to do this week, and I already pre-read the chapters. So instead of having to read them and do the stuff each day, well, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I can just jump in and get right to it. Efficient. So next I got storyboard practice. And so for this one, I have been just going and finding a different movie to find the screenshots of or stills from the movie and then doing those. But recently I drew from the movie Mulan because, my story's in an Asian setting, and obviously Mulan is an Asian setting. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about character design and like how to draw for animation, and also just the flow of storyboarding. So I don't know if I'm going to do the whole movie or whatever, but I think I'm just going to keep at it this week and keep drawing from Mulan and learn what some other characters are like and how to draw them. And I think it's going to be pretty fun. If I just draw, let's see, if I just try and draw something-ish, of this guy from memory. This probably won't look like him at all. But that is okay. That is okay. I'm just gonna go like this and be like that. Anyways, so that was a long time of me being silent, but it's like I feel like I learned a lot drawing this guy. I want to keep learning, so I'm going to keep going and checking out Mulan. Speaking of Mulan, go over here to Story Concept Art Time. I've got a course on visual development and production design by one of the guys that did that for Mulan, which was totally an accident. But I'm excited to keep going with that. My goal is, I kept feeling lost on what to do for concept art time, and so I realized I remembered I had this course, and yeah, I'm just gonna do for all the exercises, I'll use my own story, and so that's that, and that keeps it really easy. The nice part about a course is that I just got to do what they tell me to do. I just keep showing up, you know. And then for Blender time, I am also doing a course. And right now, the current goal is to do like this sword in the stone thing. And so I've already made a sword, which is pretty cool. And the goal is to add in the rocks, add in a character that kind of comes into the frame. And the goal is to, get the sword. And then there's like some big rock, background. We're going to get some like cool, like light ray things coming in, and it's gonna look really awesome, right? So that's the goal with Blender, and in order to make that easier this week, to do my whole domino goal, I just watched through all the videos on the rest of this thing, and so next time when I show up to work next time, I can just do step by step, instead of having to watch the videos. He's got like a step by step, cheat sheet thing to work through, and so that's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be pretty cool. And last but not least, for content, what I did is I'm doing these videos right now, and I've got my Sony camera right here, and then I've got OBS running up with a Logitech webcam that's looking down at the art right now. Hello, down here. And then also I can switch to like showing Blender or whatever. My goal, because right now when I finish all this, I have to sync up this video with that video and that video and the audio, and then have to edit it all up. And what I really want to do is I want to get my nice looking Sony camera plugged into OBS so that essentially everything is already going to be synced up. And so instead of having to edit stuff together, I really just have to cut out any spaces where I say dumb stuff, I lose my train of thought, or there's a big gap of silence. And that it's like significantly faster than the current setup I have going on. Pretty excited about that. And so I ordered the little card thing I'm going to need in order to be able to make that happen, hopefully, unless anything goes wrong. And yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, that's my super master plan to be able to be faster and better at all these things and make them happier and even more fun to do. And they're already like the funnest thing ever. This is my dream. And then now I get to just like keep making it better, which is freaking awesome. Yes, I don't know how much this guy actually looks like the guy from Mulan. I have to look back at my sketchbook or the movie, but it's still like a lot of things stuck in my head about the rhythms and stuff. So at the very least, I think he looks like a cool little guy, and yeah, I'm really excited, and I hope as I'm coming to the close of this video that you guys have an awesome day. If you don't know this guy, there's probably no reason that you should know him. A lot of people think very Adventure Time-y, which I would agree. But this is my little square dude, and I just want to show you him because I like to doodle him a lot. And I hope you have a good day.